Hello everyone, this is Mr. Darius again, and today's business bill focuses on explaining very clearly what is a stakeholder. How do we identify stakeholders? Which are the main categories of stakeholders? And how do we keep them happy as a business so that they contribute significantly to our daily success, growth, development, continuity? So having stakeholders which are happy is a very important business objective, informal business objective to say so, to have in mind. So how do you know that you're actually a stakeholder? So if you're someone that is either interested or benefits or is affected by a business activity, in a certain location, then you are a stakeholder, one way or another. So let me tell you a little secret. The key to succeed is to make sure that the vast majorities of stakeholders that you interact with as a business, or that you have an impact as a business, are either interested in your business, your goods, your services, in the way you develop, and in the fact that you gain more market share and so on and so forth. And the second one would be the fact that they actually have a benefit from it. So it's very important that the stakeholders that you have a direct impact among are actually interested or have a benefit from your business activity. Now the third category is the ones that are actually affected. Now you want to make sure that these are as few as possible in order to be able to grow a sustainable business. So what, why, how? So how do you know that you're a stakeholder? You're either interested or have a benefit, or you are affected by a business activity. So which are the main categories of stakeholders, and why do we consider them stakeholders? Number one, and this is the most important category, is customers. Right? Why is this the most important? Because they buy our products or our services. They try them. They do this on a daily basis. They talk about our products. They recommend our products. They are brand ambassadors of our products. So if you want to make it in the long run, as a business, you have to make sure that the products or services that you offer satisfy their needs or their wants, are safe, are reliable, and are ergonomic. So make sure that customers remain in the category of interested and have benefits from your goods and services. Number two would be suppliers. Right. Why suppliers? Because they are the ones responsible with providing you with the raw material in order to enable you to produce high quality goods, which will keep your customers happy, will keep everybody interested, and have benefit from your business, making it easy for you to succeed. Now, it's important to have a trustworthy relationship with your suppliers. That means paying them on time, paying them fair prices, If you promised achieving some sales result, make sure you keep those promises. You could say that I'm in the service industry and I don't really produce any tangible goods, so I don't need to buy any flour, any petrol, any plastic, any construction materials, so I don't really care of keeping my suppliers happy. Well, that's really fake, because in that case, especially if you're an IT company, for example, your main supplier will be your employees. They will be your suppliers because the raw materials they actually give you is their time, their dedication, their commitment, their responsibility to help you put out there a high quality product. Number 3 would be, in fact, employees. Yeah. So, employees provide you with the manpower, with the labor required to actually put out their goods and services towards your clients and be able to make put out there a fair offer towards your customer and make a business that is sustainable and profitable in the same time. Make sure they're paid fairly, make sure that they have a voice, that you communicate with them, make sure that their needs are addressed, make sure that there is a long-term plan for them in your company, and if it's possible and the business allows it, make sure you have some perks or you provide some fringe benefits that makes them feel special in one way or another, so they can show their loyalty in so many occasions towards the company. A very good example could be a day off for their birthday. That's a very small perk. Might not cost you a lot as a business, but could create a huge difference or have a very positive impact in the life of an employee at a company. Number 4 would be the local community. Okay. Now, local community, this is like a ticking bomb. Yeah, we should be very careful to this, because it really matters if a certain community accepts us as a business, if they respect our business, if they don't feel threatened by our business, such as we destroy their environment, or we pollute their environment, or we are rude to the customers, or we provide products which are not safe. So it's very important to have a good relationship with the local community, because actions against your business as a result of a bad relationship with the local community could have severe effects for your business. And here we can talk even of bad publicity or the government stepping in and actually stopping your business activity. So respect the local community, make sure that they're interested and they have benefit, if it's possible, from your business activity. So they remain a category of happy stakeholders. Yeah. Well, number 5 would be the government. So, government. The government is very interested in a business activity, or at least it should be, and it should be there to support you as a business activity because it has many benefits. It collects taxes on dividends you receive as a shareholder. It collects taxes on the profit you declare as a business. It collects taxes from the people you actually provide a paycheck for. You pay them a salary. They collect again taxes from the consumption that you make as a business, or the consumption that is resulted as a fact of someone having a higher wage. They consume more, they buy more product, the government benefits again over there. In theory, they should be really interested in business activities and helping business activities thrive, but that doesn't necessarily always happen. One way in which a government can show you that it is interested in you succeeding would be through grants and subsidies. Let's take as an example the current medical crisis or social crisis that we have, known as COVID, right? So the government is confronting with a situation that it hasn't seen before. We have unemployment skyrocketing. We have a big need for medical services. And one way to make sure that businesses still remain in the game, although with this crisis in which suppliers can't provide what they promise, clients don't pay on time, contracts get dissolved, contracts get suspended, money stops coming in, banks are shutting the doors. Government should be there to provide you with some grants or subsidies, which represent money that they put out there for business enterprises so that they can run, so that they can operate, so that they can pick it up from where they left it, so that they can remove blocks for that businesses to get back on their feet, employ people, pay salaries, so that this way unemployment decreases and slowly people get back to normal, right? Last but not least, it would be lenders. Lenders. Now, if you have a good track record, if they see your business is booming, they're interested, right? If they have a good partnership with you, if you pay the interest rate, the commission, the fees, it's good to have happy lenders that are interested and actually have a benefit from your growth and your business activity, because they can provide you with financial muscle that you might need for the day-to-day running of the business, or finance that actually can help you grow, expand, develop, so on and so forth. So having this category of stakeholders happy is a very important task also. Now, there is also a special category over here, which is shareholders. And why do I consider this special? Because it's sometimes I see people confusing shareholders with stakeholders. Now, why are shareholders a category of stakeholders? Because they have a direct benefit from the business, from the risk they have taken to put money into a business, and that would be to receive dividends. All right? So, if you want to make it in the long run, make sure that these categories of stakeholders are either interested or have a benefit from you operating as a business, and you'll do just fine. It's not an easy task, but it's good to have these in mind whenever you're operating as a business, so that you can plan better your future steps. Thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget, if you have any business queries, just drop me a line and I'll help you pull it through.